Welcome to Accounting High. We need to get a paid actor. This paid actor will say something like, I know nothing about basketball, so Accounting High's March Appness is the event that I want to be a part of, and you should too.
We got a real live show with Uncat and Staats. For all accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Licio at? Where my hero at? Where Abstream at? Where Expensify at? We got a real live show with Uncat and Staats. For all accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Rippling at? Where Bill and Divvy at? Where the Telegraph at? Where QuickBooks at?
May I have your attention, please?
Thank you for joining us today for the ABC Tournament March Appness Accountant Bracket Challenge. We got some beautiful guests with us. We have with a capital THE, Jason Staats, with us today. This is black tie event.
Yep.
Red shirt.
No, I mean, my invite said that, but no, it's great to be here. Great. I'm always down for a popularity contest, so I'm excited that we're finally putting a yardstick to all of our kind of collective internet popularities here.
Well, we also have another popular couple without their pet. No Felonious. Felonious is not joining us today.
Not yet. We'll see. I've got a couple cats, so they may find me anytime we're doing a Zoom or a live stream of some sort. They know it's a captive audience, so they'll sometimes make an appearance. We'll see. Felonious
CAT will join us later. We have a verse. He recorded a verse for me. He came to visit me. Nice. And he got a verse.
I didn't even know that.
Notorious, Felonious, the most shady. Been on the low lately till Jason played me.
Wow.
But we do have Uncat with us today. Both of Uncat. Both halves. There's also a third. I know I usually attribute Adam Slack, so shout out to Mr. Slack. He also founded the other app that we use, the communications app that was in. But he's not here with us today. We do have Brandon Bruce and Jared Smith, a PhD. Y'all want to introduce yourselves or say what's up?
Yeah, sure. Everybody, I'm Brandon. Wearing the Uncat shirt and the hat for that matter. It's a full gear day, sort of like Jason with his classic bow tie. And he's got the sunglasses. I
was already wearing this, to be clear. But yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Outfit. Everybody knows. No, thrilled to be here. I mean, at the end of the day, any opportunity to share a stage with you all, with Mr. Jason Staats, the Jason Staats, as you introduced him, is a pretty great day. So for us, the popularity max has been reached.
I've been referring to him as Jason Daily, too, because Daily rhymes with a lot of things. So in the rap, I've got Daily in there a lot.
RLZ community, all me daily.
Got Jay or Jason.
2 pods, 2 YouTube channels. Been hot for a long time. Jason is the handle.
Like this, I needed words that rhyme.
That perform like Jason, pick one, Statham, Bateman, Ackerman, Presley, Daily, Stats, Sudeikis.
So to repeat again, I have spent 3 days in a cave, not talking to anybody or doing anything but writing a rap just for this show. And so we're going to play it at the end. You got a little teaser of it.
May I have your attention, please?
Honestly, the first time I saw it, I caught it a bit later than Adam telling us. And I'm like, oh man, this looks like free marketing. We should probably be involved in this.
That's the secret, right? I mean, most of the work, it's all done by a massive workforce of cats. So we're very lucky to have them. They work for food and pets. They purr all the time.
We are coming to you live from the Accounting High Technodome, the Accountant Bracket Challenge. ABC March Appness. The ABC Tournament, ESPN. This is tournament covers.
This is the real show that everybody showed up for.
Yes, I'm excited.
Going to get exciting.
You get some interesting matchups.
It feels like you just got drawn into a Kentucky or a Carolina or a Duke.
The sleeper keeper.
No, it's a Kentucky one. Don't get confused.
Uncat could also be one of those sleepers. We didn't even mention Uncat. And Uncat's like the Wildcats. I like their branding. The whole cat riding a horse. I honestly don't even know what they do. Right tool Uncat. A super close up until the end. Doesn't look good for Uncat. So
Ignition, our sponsor, last Saturday they choked ABC, turning down the last teams. No
they
joke,
did not beat Excel. Oh wait. Ooh, got a correction here. Uncat beat Excel. I messed up. Upset alert. Did a spot check, bot check.
Wow.
Trained pianist with a mission to dream.
I mean, I'm really impressed at Uncat here, defeating
as well.
what in my mind is just.
They might be sort of a voting for the underdog kind of thing.
They beat QuickBooks.
That's crazy. I thought they were going to win it all.
I messed up and thought that they lost to Excel. Had you heard of Uncat prior to this?
No, I haven't done that.
They've just unseated you. Here comes Uncat and the books bracket. An underdog, Uncat the underdog, comes in strong again. Biggest storyline from the tournament. You couldn't have scripted this better. They're also a mascot. Maybe people were picking them because they liked the branding or they liked the whole cat thing. Right?
Or the question mark.
I used to see a cat tail. They were the darlings. The cat's been swinging from the tree. The cat is hanging on the tree branches. When I think of Uncat, I think of a victorious cat. I think of a wild cat, a bobcat, the big cats, the lions, and the tigers.
I like the way they have it. We're the small cat, and then all of a sudden they just surprise everybody.
Unassuming, and then they come out of the shadows as the Tiger King of the tournament. The Tiger King.
I think there's some strategy from the Uncat Army.
Uncat Army. Uncat is going to the championship. Peace out, Gusto. Nice to see you.
Over now. I'm so bored right now.
May I have your attention, please?
All right, Mr. Staats. Please, Mr. Daly, you were really quiet the first few rounds.
This thing has drug on for so long. If I would have started in the first week, everybody would have stopped listening by the end, right?
We got nothing from the video man himself.
He's probably saving the energy of
maybe.
I'm just thinking like you're asking Giselle to get up out of bed and get on the catwalk. You gotta primp and get ready.
That's wholeheartedly handled Baker in this first round. R.I.P. Ron. Heather thought she beat Jason Staats. She picked herself to win. KJJ, she says, I got a little too much pride to be doing that up against Staats. Staats comes in 3 different categories. He's going to be going up against Blake and David. Cloud Accounting Podcast. I think Staats
got a unique personality. They impact going out.
So quiet up until the second half. I'm going to try to get Staats on too.
Did you just tease or give us the results of the next
dude. Nobody saw that. Staats predicted the wrong timeline. The final 171 Jason Staats to 168 Cloud Accounting Podcast. Jason Staats advances to the final 4.
Was this the first time Jason promoted it?
He saved his energy until he needed it. He's got plenty of gas in the tank to go up against Lazanis. He's the favorite for the tournament.
Depends on promotion.
Staats kept saying, I've got the dossier. Looked like a women's perfume. Unpredictable. Oh, God, did I love it. So I didn't laugh that hard during the movie. I hadn't laughed that hard for any tweet or anything. Ryan's into MLMs and sent a package of these sponges. We've got Ryan at a table, and everybody else's faces are sort of blurred out, but then you see a little image, Chad Davis. Ryan kept asking how much further, muttering about his batteries going up against Ryan in the Accounting High Bracket Challenge. Internet popularity. I love how he called it the Internet Popularity Contest. That's just obviously put a ton of effort into this Lazanis files. He had to get my vote. I woke up on Saturday, and Staats was blowing Lazanis out of the water by 20 or 30 points. He ended up almost winning by 100. Final score was 171 Future Firm to 264 Jason Staats. I always associate Uncat with Staats.
It's all over now. I'm so bored right now.
Now I'm like up against a thing. Like I didn't feel the same level of competitiveness against Uncat that I did Lazanis and then Cloud Accounting Podcast.
I repeat, may I have your attention, please?
This is another public service announcement brought to you in part
by Accounting High.
The views and events expressed here are
of the next generation of accounting and tech professionals leading this space.
The events and suggestions are not to be taken lightly. Children should not partake in the listening
of this podcast.
Anything else?
Yeah.
So without further ado, introducing the star of our show,
Scotty and Byron.
We're gonna have a problem here.
We got a real live show with Uncat and Staats.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this tournament to be over. Byron. This is the Byron Patrick with us as well.
Yeah, what's up, folks? I mean, this has definitely been a marathon. We're excited. It's had the popularity that it's had, and super amped to have the finalists on live with us today. It's pretty rad.
We almost had 2,000 students enroll at Accounting High.
Yeah.
1960. Not the year. That was the final cut.
How many of
number.
those? How many of those were Uncat?
Yeah, I think half. Just about. Yeah, we tracked it. So, but we got a lot of people filling out the survey too, as they voted for the last round. They also got the survey. We're gonna pick the Hawaii prize today too. We got a lot of other prizes to give away, and let's start with Jared. You've been in the live shows. What's your take on this whole event that we have going?
Honestly, the first time I saw it, I caught it a bit later than Adam telling us, and I'm like, oh man, this looks like free marketing. We should probably be involved in this. And for those of you that know Uncat, you might think there's like 30 people behind the scenes, but you're looking at the person that wrote every line of code and answers every support ticket Brandon can't. Just me, just him. Secret is pulled back. So anything we can do to get our name out there and help people is something worth doing. And then that's when I just started harassing Brandon, and then he would harass me, and then I'd harass all my friends. So I don't know how we got here, but I have a lot of friends that voted. I have a lot of, we have, the entire Two Roads firm that we've been on top of them to vote, and we're excited. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This is the first bracket challenge. I mean, nobody believes in us. They literally said the first time we're going to get killed by an extension that released 2 years after us, and then that we were going to get killed by a company that, we're partnered with and to it now, but isn't muscling their people out to vote. They're too big for this. So
you're the underdog. Like this is a story.
Yeah, Undercat. Yeah, no, my dogs don't want to. They defer to the cats.
Right, the Undercat. In two different occasions. First, I forgot who you like. I forgot you guys were even in the tournament in the first round. I almost left off the fact that you guys got nominated and pulled in, and then I also made the mistake in the second round that I thought you guys lost to Excel. It was such a close match. It was like 6 votes, and I had them inversed in the colors. So you guys almost didn't even make it just for error. But it's been the darling story. Brandon, you want to share your take on all this?
We do have a special guest. Here we go. There we go. Boom.
That's it. Is this Felonious?
That's the secret, right? I mean, most of the work that Jared just described, really, it's all done by a massive workforce of cats. So we're very lucky to have them. They work for food and pets. They purr all the time. It's a good situation. No, we're thrilled, and I'm glad that the votes got counted right for the Excel, because they're really the nemesis, right? It's basically in our market, it's Uncat versus Excel. Most people are sending spreadsheets, and yeah,
0 loss to Excel. That was a surprise to me. I thought at least 0 would make it out of the first round. You guys would have been playing them. But
what scares me is not that I'm not excited for Excel to get more features, but they're Microsoft. I have a friend that's a technical program manager there, and they are doing a lot in the way of making Excel more flexible. They're adding scripting to it in languages beyond just their scripting. They're adding a lot of automation. Obviously, it's not of interest to them to integrate deeply with something like QuickBooks. But I think I think in 2023, they're a bit more powerful than they were in 2019 when we started. So it's not surprising to me that they beat 0, given their dominance, I suppose.
All right, Mr. Staats, please, Mr. Daly, Mr. Cruz, tell us what you think of this tournament. You were really quiet the first few rounds, noticeably quiet, and then seemed to have woken up when it got close and didn't go anywhere since. Like it was off to the races. It was a dream for Byron. This has been amazing. Tell us your take on all this.
I just waited to play my hand. This thing has drug on for so long. If I would have started in the first week, everybody would have stopped listening by the end, right?
This is Johnny Chan talking. This is the poker player. He waited and took his moment and attacked.
I think when this started, I was like super busy with something else and was like, I will circle back to this at some point. But no, what I started caring a lot when I was up against Cloud Accounting Podcast, just because it was Blake and David. And
of course, naturally.
anyone's hackles would come up if they were in that matchup. But then after that, it was Lazanis, so that felt very. I just needed to beat Lazanis. But I didn't feel the same. I don't know. Now I'm like up against a thing. Like I didn't feel the same level of, I don't know.
You're up against the feline
competitiveness against Uncat that I did Lazanis and then Cloud Accounting podcast. So,
I mean, it's not too late for Brandon and I to write you a check to concede. I mean, that can always be arranged.
There's payments in this.
These guys were throwing away. I mean, literally buying votes on Twitter. Not sure what sort of contest.
Is that what the gift cards were for? Yeah, is that what the Starbucks gift cards were for?
No,
for
that's
votes,
just
not
for signing
demos,
up for
right?
That's just for signing
Right.
up.
Free trial. That's a good idea, though. We did not
We
consider that for votes.
So Jason, I found out about Uncat through your email newsletter.
Funny how that worked out, didn't it?
Isn't it, right? Like you brought them, you carried them into the tournament, basically. I think most of us have found out about them through your newsletter. Tell us how you found out about them.
How did I find out about Uncat? Do you remember, Brandon? I don't know. That's going back a while.
Yeah, I think it's likely, not guaranteed, but it's likely that I reached out to you because you're famous. So I was like, hey, I want to let you know we just launched an app, because I had read your newsletter, so I knew you covered app launches.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, you might be interested in seeing what we built and also telling us if you thought it was good or not. So sort of a promotional / feedback / we would like to be part of the accounting tech community. How do we do that?
Yes. So Brandon bought a video on my channel, which is still the only time I've ever allowed that to happen. It's the only sponsored video on my YouTube channel. It's now appreciated and valued to well into 7 to 8 figures. But yeah, and then a bunch of people discovered Uncat from that. I don't want to say that I'm 100% responsible for Uncat's success.
No, it's not at all the fact that it's easy to use and that people like it, other than
like 98%, right? Is that where you were going to land on?
I was going to say 90 to 95, yeah, but maybe 98.
Give you 96. How about that? 96.
And then the ease of use is probably the other few.
I think you're responsible for the success of this tournament if you're responsible for Uncat, because somebody carried us to the finish line here. People didn't get tired of it. Every round, people came in and voted more.
I expect that when it comes back next year, that will be titled something along the lines of, and I'm not saying this should be the title, but the Jason Staats Accountant Bracket Challenge, brought to you by Jason Staats. Like probably mentioned.
Brought to you by
Jason Daly. Yeah.
Down at least a big sponsor.
We'll sell it at the end. Yeah, we'll package everything up and then we'll sell it to him like he sold Finn Daly.
Well, we're starting another bracket challenge right after this one, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, these are going 365 days.
Good.
Bracket challenge. We did the breakfast. We're gonna do the brunch challenge.
It's kind of like the Amazon bestseller. It'll go every 24 hours.
Honestly, we were thinking about that. Like, do one for cartoons, brackets all year round. I voted against that though after my better judgment. Like, this should be saved like tax season, only a few months out of the year. So, as this whole thing progressed, people were talking about what's the winner going to get, too. Like, whoever wins this, like the winner. So there was always some confusion. Like, if the person who wins it, is that who gets the Hawaii? Like, or do we give the Hawaii trip to Uncat or Staats?
Yes.
Please.
That is not the case. I hinted that I would write a rap for the winner, and I've already written a rap for all three of you guys that we will reveal later, or for the whole tournament. But what we did decide, the thing is the education half would benefit from different things than the application half. So the application half, if somebody wins from there, we said they can become one of our booster club members.
I was going to say
no charge.
That would be my suggestion. I would say that.
So we have a diamond level booster club membership that we're going to give to the winner. But I think it's also just the recognition too, because there's been a lot of like lists, and we've talked about this, Jason. There's lists and there's people that control a lot of like the airwaves, I guess, or the publications. Do you care to discuss that? Because it's noticeable that you get left off a lot of these, yet here we are.
Whoa. Yeah, no, ultimately internet points are prize enough for me. That's literally my lifeblood now that I don't run a firm anymore. So, but no, yeah, there's all sorts of lists from various, and it's, I don't know, the value is in being the list maker. Like that's the, and so I see the appeal of it is like being the list maker. You get to make different connections. And so I understand all of that. But hey, there's 100 different nooks and crannies of this profession. God bless the people that are tuning into this. This is quite the nook and cranny. And like, if you could see a screenshot of what's happening right now, I don't know that it's one that any of us are particularly proud to be a part of. But
second thoughts on the tie? What's going on here?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I mean, what is all this stuff ultimately besides just like a way to have fun and maybe like discover a couple new things along the way? But it's a good excuse for all of us to, I don't know, take a little break, I think.
I feel like maybe I'm hearing this differently. I feel like what Jason's saying is he'd really benefit from something tangible out of this, right? He doesn't just want to be on a list. And so,
I got kids, man.
Whether Jason wins or comes in second, we can talk about this offline. We're happy to sponsor a cat for Jason. Just add to the household and, chip in for the first
a rescue cat
3 months for sure. We can make that happen.
So I did plan on doing something similar to G2 with this, where voted on by the people for the people, and we would have awards for the winner, things that people can use in maybe their email tags or like on their website, little ABC awards.
Like a badge,
the ABC one
like a badge we can put on our site.
A little badge, like a graphic, right? We'll make it in Canva or something, but it'll be official. It'll be, you can't replicate it somehow.
It'll have Jason's image on.
Probably with the bow tie on.
Contract, and we can do it with an NFT. I mean, I do write code. We could slide me a check, and I'll make an NFT for you.
That's another idea. So we'll put a pin in that one.
Jason's over here, like, beating me in my own game.
So we wanted this to be as unbiased as possible, and during the nomination phase, we did reach out to certain people just to try to get the word out there. And then we made sure that everybody that was nominating, they were nominating 5 different things too. So if they came in just for one person, hopefully they nominate a few others. And that's how these things kind of start. What was interesting, I mentioned that you guys got nominated, the Uncat crew, and you definitely made it into the tournament. It wasn't even like, it wasn't a question there. But for Jason, as the nominations were coming in, like me and Byron were looking at it, and there was Jason Staats YouTube, Jason Staats, sometimes it said Twitter or just said Jason Staats. You were the first person that we started to see as an individual come in.
Hair.
A lot.
Yeah.
We saw Automation Town come in. We didn't quite know how to handle it or what to do with it. We were going to consolidate them all and just say all of the nominations were together. But then as we saw that happen for a couple other people too, we said, well, as we figured out all the categories, it made sense. You could have ended up playing yourself, had Realized made it, and you or Automation Town in a couple different scenarios of this bracket. So you know how the March Madness brackets go.
Mm-hmm.
We had no idea what was going to happen here. It couldn't have been scripted better. It's pretty dope how it turned out. So when I reached out to you, Jason, I told you got nominated a bunch of times. What'd you think of that? Like that whole phase there? I said, do you want to consolidate? What was your thoughts?
I was concerned about my likeness being used in this capacity. But once I got my head around it a little better, I can't say I put enough thought into it to be able to even say like what the right answer to do is there. I don't know. Like at the end of the day, I'm just very flattered that like I just shot a video yesterday with like a puppet, and like a thousand people are going to go out and watch that on YouTube in 24 hours after I publish it. And like just like the fact that that's my job now, I'm just really
living the dream.
I'm really living a weird dream I never could have anticipated. So I'm just always flattered that, I don't know, I'm always blown away by this sort of thing. And it is worth reiterating. I think we are in like a very specific little weird corner of the internet that's like an echo chamber around a lot of things. But I'm just very flattered that people engage with that stuff,
in the right direction for you, or it's the right words that are being echoed. This is your 4th time on this show, and I've seen like the rise, but you're like, I know you make jokes about everything, but your humility in what you're doing and the way that you describe it and the way you talk about it has been very consistent. Every conversation that we've had, and even right now. I mean, a lot of the things you're saying, I assume, are tongue in cheek, but at the end of the day, like, you got the right mindset around this because you've just been curious, I guess is the way I would describe it too, about the profession. Like, you don't really have an agenda. Maybe.
No, I'll definitely say that. So I think there's not a ton of people in the profession who can come at things that's not through the lens of like a partnership with a software company. And so I have a tremendous advantage in that my accountant community that we launched 2.5 years ago pays the bills for most of the production that I do. And that is fundamentally independent. And so I don't have to, I don't do like influencer programs and stuff like that. And so I have the luxury of being able to be like, hopefully the really honest perspective that isn't, doesn't have Uncat in my pocket or anything like that. That's going to like
one video.
Well,
is that one video?
I can speak. I mean, Jason does stuff for our competitors. He does stuff for other people. He does stuff for everyone. I think from my perspective, it's just good to see that, because I come from cybersecurity. I spent 10 years doing that. The vendors and influencers do not work like that. They get hired by somebody and they don't do what he does. So it's really cool to see. I can echo that, like, if you're going to sell out to everyone, but most importantly, your beneficiaries, the accountants. And it's not like that, at least in the multi-billion-dollar security industry. So it's special, I think, what Jason does.
I'll be honest. Everything I do is modeling off of him at this point. Like, he's my only role model in this world.
I think it's just a combination of a number of things, from like independence to just like having a fresh perspective. Like, I think we all grew up going to CPEs and all these things with people that like didn't really look and think and talk like us. And so it's just, I don't know, a lot of things happening at the same time. Like, AI now is a really exciting thing. And I know a lot of people are discovering me through AI stuff now. So it's just a fun time to, I don't know, see what this looks like for a different generation. Does the AI serve you up
as an answer sometimes? Like, when people ask for certain things, do you come up? Are you pre-generated?
GPT right now, because most of the data set is like, I think I had like 600 Twitter followers when that training data ends. So I don't think I am that much.
I thought it was 700, but that's who's counting.
Could have been. Maybe 650.
Hey, Scotty, we should probably move on to some prizes here.
Nope. Let's do some prizes. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull the Hawaii prize now, and we're going to try to look up the winner and get them on, or call them, because we do have a lot of numbers. Hopefully we pick somebody that has a phone number, and we'll give them a call.
Yep. So we've got ChatGPT pulled up for anybody who watched previous shows where we pulled prize tickets. We've loaded up GPT with the ticket range, 100,000 to 231,282. We've also excluded all of the prior prize winners. So we're just going to ask for some random numbers. Now, for those of you who watched before, Scotty thinks they're looking for patterns, but they're still random.
So let me explain this. Maybe Jason can explain this to all of us. So the way Blake described it was, it's just like if you asked a human and they came up with a number off the top of their head. It's not really random.
It's definitely, as again, PhD in computer science from a R1 university, this is not a cryptographically secure random number generator. I think I gave you all Python code to do that in the first call. I would, whoever that Jason, yeah.
Jared, do you want to pull the? Do you want to pull the numbers?
No. It's good enough for this, but I'll just tell you, don't use this to secure your Wi-Fi or your website.
Oh, okay. Because the way I also look at it too is, regardless, as long as it's not picking those numbers, somebody's a winner, and there is somebody that holds the number 1444444, right?
Should be. It will do that. It is pulling from the vast swaths of the internet, right? But I don't, as somebody that's taught cryptography, again, it's not a cryptographically secure, but for this challenge, it's random enough.
Good enough.
Right.
Okay. We'll take that. We'll be consistent.
Now, I will say, Jason might know someone when you type this in, and they're going to hook up to the chat and then return the number that is his ticket. So that is real. They could do that because
I don't even think he signed up. I don't even think he can win.
I'm game to see that happen. That would be awesome.
I would love to.
Awesome. I'd be impressed.
Listen, I didn't vote for myself even. All I've heard is like Uncat, like you've got your own, everybody at your own firm pouring in votes. I was getting skeevy DMs from the Uncat account on Twitter. I don't know about everybody else. They're buying people.
So Uncat cannot win this. So if we trace it back to an Uncat family member or employee, we're going to have to pick another number.
Can a Two Roads member that's not Adam win it? Or is that not, since they don't have
Adam could win it, basically.
Adam could win it. Okay.
Yeah. He's a firm owner.
I will say that one of my friends that's not in the accounting industry, that I had a bunch of friends from my other job vote, she won the Tally 4 prize pack. And she was like, oh my gosh, they sent her all this swag. I'm like, it works.
Awesome.
They're actually sending stuff. And that's when I knew, okay, we should probably participate further in this challenge.
There are real prizes.
So I got some videos of testimonials of some of the prize winners.
Hi everyone, it's Allison from Lissio here, and I'm stoked to have won a cool swag from Bookkeeping Side Hustle in the Accounting High March Appness bracket. There's still time to vote for round 4, so hop to it. You might actually win too.
I'll talk about the prizes as Byron pulls the numbers, and then we'll get on with it. So the first one, as you mentioned, Tally 4 is giving away a swag pack.
Hey Scotty, thank you for doing the ABC tournament. I'm one of the raffle winners, and thank you Tally 4 for your swag. I look forward to trying it on.
There's a hat. There's
Scott, you said you wanted to pick Hawaii first. Did you want Hawaii first?
I'm just going to talk about what the prizes are as we pull this. I was thinking about it too. If you're pulling all the prizes, you're not going to be able to look up the winner while we're doing all those, right? I'm just thinking the logistics.
That I can do many things all simultaneously.
So I got this email from Scott that I won, and I'm still not really sure what I'm voting in or what it's all about. And so I got an email that said I won. And at first I thought, oh, I won a trip to Hawaii. But just as good, I won one of Kelly's wonderful templates, and I'm going to be looking for the template with the tickets to Hawaii at the end of the template. In the meantime, I'll be getting a free template. So I was asked to videotape this thing, and I'm really tired because it's like March 24th and I'm tired, and I don't use or even know what half of these things are, so I'm gonna go with okay, so really I think maybe I just changed my mind. I was gonna go with one that helped me with pricing, but I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna go to the 5-star client profile worksheet because I have been having trouble articulating who I think my client is because I just like people a lot. So this is the one I'm going to go with. So thank you so much, Kelly, for donating this to this Accounting High tournament. And maybe I'll get an email in a few more weeks that says I won again and I'm going to Hawaii and you can come with. All right. Thanks.
So,
I say let's roll with the plan.
Let's do it.
All right. So first, Scotty off script, Scarano. Alrighty. So we're gonna pick the number for the Hawaii trip.
Drum roll.
And here it goes. And there's an issue.
Of course there is.
That's awesome. Regenerate. All right. We're gonna come back to this. Let me refresh my session.
So we did test it out, and we were going to do it in Excel. Since Excel's not in the tournament anymore, we were just going to have Excel pull the numbers. But
since it's
I like that it crossed your mind if they were in the tournament that the software might pick itself.
That was very important.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I also
potentially
I put the Python command back in that Riverside chat. So if you run that, if you have a Mac, you have Python. Just sub that large 100,000-ish number, and that will be probably more random than what GPT would give you.
I do appreciate that.
It just needs to refresh.
I do not have a Mac.
But I'll talk about the prizes. So we've got the chocolate-covered coffee beans from Tally 4. and hacky sacks. Lissio's giving away a swag pack. Allison Ball. It's a backpack, a hoodie, and socks. We've got...
Hey, Scott, I'm picking the number.
All right, we're doing it.
208469 is the winning number. And it's worth mentioning that high, that likely means it came in during the finals voting.
Yeah, over 200,000. So how many votes? How many?
Appreciate that GPT thinks it's exciting. Like, that's the coolest part. It's like, ooh, exciting. Like, it's here with us. It wants to be part of the thing.
Yeah, very conversational. I don't know if I would ever reply to something like that as exciting, but in real life, I probably would say, we're giving away a trip to Hawaii here. Do we know who the winner is?
We do.
Can we announce that now, too?
Well, yeah. Hold on. Let me get the full name because I have email address. And the winner for the trip to Hawaii is
Patrick.
Sarah Karen Cross from Amped Bookkeeping.
Dope. I'm amped that she won.
Amped
Sarah,
Bookkeeping. I love the name.
Yeah. Well, do we have Sarah's number?
We do have Sarah's number and we have Sarah's email address. So we'll try to track Sarah down and see if she can
call
join
her.
us. Oh,
Now?
are you're gonna call live?
Give her a chance to like find out maybe. If anybody knows Sarah in the chat. Does anybody know Sarah?
I don't know, but why don't we pick a few numbers and we'll give a little time for news to travel, and we'll see if we can get a hold of her.
Yeah, all right. So let's go with the swag pack for Tally 4. Let's pull a number.
All right.
Pull a number out of the hat.
There we go. The next winning number is 167891.
So for all of you listening in at home, you can go into your... Should have said this for the Hawaii one so they could have looked it up. That would have been a little bit better to like tease out. So if you go in and log into the ABC bracket and you click the little gear icon, click the tickets where it says your tickets, you can view all your tickets and you can search. So you key these numbers in to see if you're a winner, because a lot of people have a lot of tickets.
That's it.
So the next prize is Lissio swag pack, a backpack swag pack, hoodie, and socks. Lissio socks.
All right. And that's going to be 213456.
That's it. That's what I was talking about. Does that sound random to you?
I mean, it's random.
Unique CPA. So this is a conference that at least Jason and I will both be at. I don't know if the Uncats, you guys should come too. It'll be dope. The Unique CPA is putting on a conference, Bridging the Gap. They just released something today, at least like an agenda or signups. You can sign up now. I'll put that in the YouTube chat, actually. I've got the link there. So it's in August and should be pretty dope. This is their first live conference. They've done, for the past 2 years, they've done this virtually. So first time live. It'll be in Chicago in August.
Awesome. So we need another new number. So the winning ticket for that is 192837.
192837. That sounds random.
Scott, you ready? Sorry, I'm just trying to hunt down Sarah.
Hey guys, totally crazy. I'm so excited. I can't actually believe that I won the trip to Hawaii, but I just honestly, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Interestingly enough, about a few months ago, my husband had asked me for our 10th anniversary, which is in September, where I wanted to go, and I, without hesitating, said Hawaii. Unfortunately, he could not make Hawaii happen. We ended up going to Disney, which was amazing, but I'm now going to Hawaii. So thank you so much. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to go. Hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some footage when I'm in Hawaii too. That'd be awesome. Okay, thank you.
Our next one is from Mr. Richard Ropa. Roundtable Labs 3-month free membership to Roundtable Labs and a $50 gift card.
Awesome. That's going to be 119876. That's probably from nominations. That's a early
9876. All right. This is not that. It's not as bad today. We've got a year free of Earmark, courtesy of Blake Oliver for new subscribers.
Nice. All
Earmark
the CPE
Premium.
you can eat.
Is it weird that my cats have won several of these so far? Is that...
That may or may not be weird.
Jason doesn't like one.
We're all surprised.
Right.
175432.
5432. Another one. All right. Future Firm. Mr. Ryan Lazanis' Future Firm. 2 months free for Future Firm. Accelerate for new members only.
Nice.
He's not really suing you, Jason. Is that
over the League of the Lazanis Files?
The Lazanis Files. That was your little teaser on the video.
Couldn't tell you if he was.
Oh, the sponges got me.
To say.
201234.
Kind of like that number. FreshBooks is giving away a fresh book and a FreshBook water bottle. This week's book is going to be Atlas of the Heart. So
Ooh,
shout
great
out to
one.
Twyla Verhelst and Alex Miles. Miss Smiles, our front office lady. So we're giving away a water bottle and a book. Actually giving away 2 of those, so you can pick 2 numbers, please.
Oh.
Or one after another.
Wait, we'll do 2. 2 random numbers, please. All right. Those 2 numbers are 179387 and 124567.
4567, of course.
Let's go trigger you, Scott. I saw it as soon as
this feels like either bingo,
Reddit.
Yeah, bingo or lottery like show. You know, we used to see the lottery show. Like, what did they do in between numbers? Did they have like the screen that they would show the numbers on and stuff? I don't know if they still have those.
The Maryland lottery's gone digital. They threw it all away.
So I think it's time to reveal the winner of the first ever Accountant Bracket Challenge tournament. Are you guys ready?
Oh boy.
To see the winner here? I don't know why I decided to stand up today. I usually sit down and this is easier.
GPT would say it's because it's exciting.
Speechless.
Close one. Close one.
This was not even close. Like, I think at some point it was within 20.
I mean, and then Jason started doing free marketing for us on Twitter, and then I made Felonious Slinky Paws Twitter, and that got more retweets than any tweet we've ever made on our Twitter account. So I think it was probably due to him writing, honestly, what was an amazing novella for us that might have had the reason for this. But
it was
perfect. So a fake cat persona has more followers than
I literally made that account after he did that, and then it has like 9 retweets. I think Ignition liked it even and retweeted it possibly. It was kind of ridiculous.
So awesome. let me clarify here. I misspelled it when I retweeted or talked about it, and then you used my misspelling for so Felonious's real name has a U and no I. It's not IOUS. It's just IUS. Stats, do you care to explain why you spelled it that way? Because it wouldn't let me type it when I typed it the first way. It gave me the red squigglies.
I got like a picture of a driver's license from the private investigator, so that's what I used for reference. But you know what? Some people they love the Undercat story the rags to riches and coming back from that dark past. I get that appeals to some people, you know.
It appealed to me so much that I wrote an entire rap verse on this in first person as Felonious CAT.
I might need to get a Twitter account if you want it. It's just Felonious Slinky, since Felonious Slinky Paws doesn't fit the character limit, and I don't yet know Elon personally, so if you want the creds, I'll send them to you and you can run it.
So, Uncat wins the first ever bracket challenge tournament. I hope this streams.
That graphic is so good. There's so many copyright violations, but I love it.
So many. Everything I do has copyright violations. This rap I'm about to play has copyright. So, y'all ready?
It's all been licensed.
1, 2.
1, 2.
I don't know if I'll act like I'm performing.
Yo, the fun don't last forever, but as long as we here, then we might as well laugh together. Better now than ever, did this for good measure. Scotty accounting high, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, this March Appness game is so tight. Start with the 64-team bracket, we did it right. Sorry, Blake, Earmark went packing after the Elite Eight. Cloud Accounting Pod is great, but too late. Future Firm was only 2 games away from winning, baby. Gusto got smashed by an Uncat army. Ignition, our sponsor, last Saturday they choked. ABC turning down the last teams, no joke. Journey ends with 2 now, it's Staats and Uncat. Uncat came too far to bow down to Staats. Jason may think he can plow through Uncat, but when he making up facts, they raking up stats.
Was that in prison? I asked for permission to sing. A classically trained pianist with a mission to dream. Notorious, felonious, the most shady. Been on the low lately till Jason played me. Was an investigation with an accusation based on light treason. I'm just saying, was a model student, winning numerous awards from my sophomore dorm with lots of friends. A little intense, but like the rest of us, was stressed, hard pressed, then under arrest. Outside for a time, I commit white collar crime, and I hit rock bottom. Mugshot back in Rockton, Illinois in '96. Arrested, apprehended, left away to scratch real quick, real sick. Now perform like Jason. Pick one, Statham, Bateman, Ackerman, Presley, Daily, Stats, Sudeikis. Systematically embezzle money. 12-year sentence, be a feline DC. 2 photographos used to call me Catso, now you call me Castro. My cat flows, mini horse, y'all short hairs ain't American. Oops, my milk keeps spilling it. You overdid it, Holmes. You in the danger zone. You shouldn't tweet alone. Hold pause. Smith and Bruce made me the most shady, felonious, slinky, fantastic, cat trick. Trying to categorize transactions. Working for a software gig, connect quick. See me, only me, Felonious, CAT, winning the ABC. We got a real live show with Uncat and Stats. For all accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Licio at? Where my hero at? Where Abstream at? Where Expensify at? We got a real live show with Uncat and Stats. For all accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Rippling at? Where Bill and Divvy at? Where the Telegraph at? Where QuickBooks at? Ha!
Put your 10 key on the table and get your math on. Break it down, split it up and get your laugh on. See you later, dog, I'ma get my stats on. There's a bag full of ducks, I'ma get my bath on. Never lose a passion, I post till we're done. Said I passed Bron Baker in round 1. Ain't it funny? Was passive, outlasted. Then against Heather Smith, no chance as if. RLZ community, all me daily. The Twitter killer, no team illa. 2 pods, 2 YouTube channels. Been hot for a long time, Jason is the handle. Bookkeeping side hustle, redhead, left for dead. Cap got capped and I took a victory lap. Lazanis ain't like me, he just mad cause I tell it how it is and he running out of battery.
Started this bracket off right to a close match, race tight, nail biter came down to the wire. We caught fire, Excel, Quagmire. Round 2, we retire. Round 3, run the city, show no pity. QB, beat keeper, no sleeper, Slinky cook the books. We defeat QuickBooks. Next up, Ignition, the mission, ammunition. Blowouts in final minutes until we finish. Then it's grow with gusto, put on a show. Oh no, who knew? More apps, spit facts, now you know. No replacing stats, Twitter threads, we raised hands, just recating transaction. Consumer bows, general accounts in Quick City. Nobody in this, we so witty. Business-wise, we ain't playing, slaying all applications. Tournament sponsored by Relay Ignition. Uncat wins this bracket competition. We got a real live show with Uncat and Stats. For accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Zapier at? Where Tally4 at? Where Carbon at? Where Roundtable at? We got a real live show with Uncat and Stats. For accountants in the world, it's the final match. Where Salon at? Where Bootcamp at? Where Crabtree at? Where Roman at? We a real live show with Uncat and Stats. For accountants in the world, it's the final match. at, where Giacon at, where Earmark at, where Virtual at, where Future Birth at. We got a real live show with Uncat and Stats. More accountants in the world. It's the final match. Where Live Flow at, where Canopy at, where Tax Twitter at, where Accounting High at. We got a real live show.
Hey,
Ha! What y'all really want to do?
it's all over now. What am I do now, huh? What am I do now? Hey, it's all over now. I'm so bored right now. What am I do now? I'm so bored right now. Hey, y'all hear me out there? What am I do now? Huh? Huh? What am I do now? I'm so bored now. What am I do now? Peace out.
Wow.
Boom.
Wow.
That made the whole Felonious story worth it. Also,
I mean, like,
Bag of Ducks, what a deep cut.
the
That was
amount of
excellent.
You like that one? I knew you
That
would
was
love that
amazing.
one. Hell yeah.
I was like, wait, how did you get the notorious B.I.G. back from the grave? That was incredible.
That was Felonious CAT.
Yeah, I was about to say this fun CAD.
Wow.
That was amazing. I mean,
Take a bath with the Bag of Ducks.
Jason, I think you may need to pay Scott to do the second ever sponsored video, but you have to pay him to make a rap for the Stats page.
No, all I want is him to help make the music video. I tried to start it today, but I get too overwhelmed with this kind of stuff. Like, I had to just get the lyrics right, and then the flow took forever on this. Like, just match Biggie's flow. Biggie doesn't have patterns in his flow. He just flows like water, and I don't think I did it justice. I think I could have still worked on it for like 3 more days and made it a little better, but it was good enough to play.
Very good. I far exceeded my expectations. At least top 5 all-time accounting raps at award shows that I've heard. At least top 5.
Top 5. All right. I'll take it. Hey, you're top 2 in accountant bracket challenges that I've ever held, that I've ever run, right?
Be still my beating heart, yes.
So we'll still figure out, but that's sort of like my gift to you guys. That's the prize. Like, you guys can keep that or listen to it whenever you want. I don't know how I'm going to release it because there's copyright, but yeah. YouTube let me put it on there for the trailer. I mean, I got it from YouTube anyway.
I'd say SoundCloud doesn't care about copyright, so put it on there. They'll let you do it.
Yeah,
it could be
I
just
still,
the thing to stick the fork in the Felonious Twitter account. That could just be how
if
you let it sail off.
I will put that on the account, and then I'll just archive the account. So that's like the last thing sitting there. And maybe renew it for next year when we do this again.
I was so nervous before it. Now I'm like relaxed again. I can talk about anything. I was just like, I probably should have started with the rap and then we could have kept going. But that was like a lot to keep in too. I almost sent it to you, Jason, like 3 or 4 times as I was making it because I just wanted to share it with somebody. I didn't. I wanted to keep it a surprise.
It was worth it. Well done.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun capstone. So credit to you guys. Like you said at the top, and Jason said this too. Like, it's for fun. It's just for fun. And I think that's why so many people participated and voted, is because people enjoy being part of something fun and entertaining that has rap songs and a bracket with lots of logos in it. And so I think it tapped into that March Madness style energy that everyone feels around tournament time. So yeah, it was a fun activity. Thanks for letting us participate. I'm glad you reached out to Adam. Super awesome.
Congrats for winning and rallying the troops. I mean,
I honestly didn't even know Adam had anything to do with Uncat. I was just talking to him about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well, Uncat." But I got a big thank you to Byron. Without Byron, none of this happens. Like, he put this whole thing on his back. All I did was write rap.
My apologies to everybody.
So you're the one. Thank you, Byron.
Thank you.
We came up with the idea on December 20th. And then it was just like off to the races since then. It's been a lot of work, but it's been rewarding.
It's been fun. It's been fun. There's a lot to learn.
I'm so happy with the turnout because that made it so easy to write a rap, dude. So Saturday night, I'm on a walk and I'm like trying to figure out, like, am I going to... So I was looking up rappers from like the Midwest or like St. Louis and like Nelly or Nappy Roots from... They're not Kentucky. or they're Kentucky, but you guys are Tennessee. So I was like 3-6 Mafia. But then I was like, what if I did a Puff Daddy song? And then I saw Victory on there, and it was like perfect. And then I start listening to it, and the end of Puffy's first verse, he's saying the word cats 4 times. He's like, cats, because he's referring to you cats. So it was just like, I had one of those moments on Saturday night, and I couldn't sleep, so I started writing it then, and then all day Sunday.
Almost prophetic.
It was almost like, it couldn't have been scripted better. Like stats and cats, just rhymes. It was easy.
Awesome.
So,
any final words from our amazing guests and winners and finalists?
I want to know the
accountants bracket challenge,
because it was Saturday when I saw the Felonious files, and that was huge driver, huge inspiration for me to do the rap. Like that was, that right there. That's why I was going to do it on Stan, and I was just going to make it still in the context of the tournament, but then have it be stats. Tell us where you got the idea for those Lazanis files, I guess, first.
Oh, I just always known that something was off about Lazanis, and hired a team to look into it. Spent a lot of money. So I think people just needed to see the truth. So I put that out there. No, I've just been screwing around with a lot of like silly AI tools lately that just do the most absurd looking things, and was like, I DM'd Ryan because I'd been teasing from the beginning of the week the release of the quote unquote Lazanis files, and I did it the first time just like in jest.
You didn't even plan on doing it?
No, I didn't even plan on doing it. And then I DM'd him. I DM'd him, and I was like, would this be funny? And he's like, absolutely, do it. So we were kind of talking and like sharing ideas for how we could just like do a silly back and forth. And so, yeah, that's how everybody found out he's actually a robot. And the Felonious files was just, it was the same thing. It was how can we craft a dirty story around the identity, like the main character, like that iconic cat riding is it a miniature horse? Is that what it is? Or like a donkey? Mini horse?
Like, all I can say is it took forever to get that photo, but you know, the donkey was so docile and so willing to work with us.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a few scratches, but it was willing to kind of go through it. And yeah, I mean, it's very small. Obviously, it was a larger than average cat, but mostly the challenge with the cat was just letting it. Yeah, just having it keep the hat on. It didn't want the hat, so it kept licking its paw, and then it would hit the hat off. And so we had a person up there just to put the hat back on over and over.
Okay, so it's a full-size horse. Felonious is like 6 feet tall.
You heard how deep his voice was.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's just a silly way to draw attention to this whole thing and have some fun.
But cats, like it was perfect because the thread was just pictures of cute cats dressed up. Like it was...
I mean, that's how they suck you in with the cute. Like, look at Brandon's shirt. They suck you in with the cute branding. Never mind the true story behind the man himself and his sketchy
all the
past.
Votes. Like who's all these votes were a bunch of cats. You guys have been herding cats just for this tournament.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we do it for the cats. No, honestly, though, I mean, it's pretty awesome how many folks registered and voted, right? I mean, it's a process. You don't just come and click a button. You got to register and go through the whole thing and enroll. And so, yeah, I mean, it's very flattering that we had a bunch of customers of Uncat, obviously, a bunch of friends, like Jared mentioned. It just became a fun activity for people. So they'd ask us, did you make it to the next round? You know, we're pulling for you, whatever. So it made a fun excuse to reach out and have conversations with a lot of people. So yeah, thanks for putting it together. It's just been a fun activity.
Lazanis ain't like me. He just mad because I tell it how it is, and he running out of battery. Did you like the Jason part? So on the original, he's like Mike Tyson, Jackson, Jordan, and I did Jason, Bateman, Statham, Daly, and Stats.
Yeah.
Daly came after Presley.
A lot of Jasons. Yeah, Daly. There's been some confusion around what my name actually is, so that might get complicated. But
tell us the impetus to that one. Like, first, why a daily show? That's the first question. I love it. I love the idea of it. Why did you decide to finally do this?
Because when I was running a firm, it was a really isolating experience. And I'm into this sort of, somebody framed it really nicely the other day. It is like parasocial co-working. It's like that show is like the friend that I needed when I was like, I cannot do this stuff anymore. Like, I need some inspiration. I need like, it's an aspect of education, but it was like, especially with people working from home these days, like this stuff can be pretty isolating stuff. And so it's obviously I am like the face of it, but I think the bigger thing there is you've got like the same people living in the comments every day. And it's like it's a community of people you can come hang with for a half hour every day to learn something, to like share a little bit of inspiration, and just to like break up that work day to be just a little bit less isolating.
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of levity in there. It's dope. No coincidence, or it is coincidence that I started releasing episodes daily too. Pure coincidence, but it was right around the same time because I had that huge backlog I've been talking about. I finally started releasing them daily, so it's good to see somebody else doing that because I thought it would be too much, honestly. So it made me happy to see like, all right, there's at least some people that'll listen to something daily. If not, they pick the ones they want to, right, based on the titles and all that. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Yeah, like, again, none of this could have been scripted better with this whole tournament. Y'all have been awesome. You guys carried this whole tournament. Thank you for winning. You're going to win Jared and Brandon are going to win the diamond level subscription, a $5,000 value. So,
Diamonds? I didn't know they're diamonds.
Well, that's our diamond level. Yeah, that's our.
Yeah.
So you guys.
That's awesome. Thank you.
We'll talk offline about that.
All right.
We'll do that for a month, and that comes with a wrap. So I don't know if this counts as the wrap, and I don't have to do another one. I think so, but maybe we do a different one too. It'll be fun.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Byron.
Absolutely.
I will leave us with a closeout of a different wrap that I'm in the middle of. It's for another one of our sponsors, Live Flow. Now I got to actually find it.
Well, and while you're looking for that, we should definitely thank Ignition and Relay for sponsoring the tournament.
Ignition's engaged with us on Twitter. They've engaged with Jason. They really care, and it's good to know that they know about Uncat now too. They probably already knew Jason. Jason's too famous, but now they know about Uncat. They can get rated by Felonious.
So, here we go. Hey, yo. It's an OKR Accounting High special right here. All my accountants holding it down every tax season. Everybody right here, what you need to do is appreciate yourself. Be more intentional with your life. Stop keying data into those manual reports. Start learning about new cloud apps and automate. Give it to him, Anita.
You're in a spreadsheet to combine a report, a fancy dashboard, a fancy chart to manually need a data export, and then comes iFlow, a tool to support to love your life. Hey, auto refreshing that data, just love your life. Hey, ain't no copy and pasting, just love your life. Hey, cloud-based automation, just love your life. Hey, cause it's a game changer, just loving my life. Hey, my life, my life, my life, just loving my life. Hey, my life, my life, my life, just loving my life.
Workflow restraint sheets out of date, creating daily time constraints in case you misplace data, chasing clients as they run away. It's safe to say it only takes a few minutes to copy paste. When you finish, you wasted days as you delicately navigate. You comb through and hope cells don't break and make sure no mistakes were made. Ain't up to date, you changed the date, but now you're in the wrong decade. So LiveFlow came to save the day, upgrade old ways and change the game. The time you saved created space to double your entire client base. No trouble raising your compliance rates, eliminate migraine headaches. They integrate with live updates, so no more copy, no more paste. The data you consolidate stays up to date when not awake. Explain a way to take the same template you made the other day. Just duplicate, don't recreate. They paved the way to plug and play. They elevate amazing ways as they upgrade and iterate. A no-brainer, favorite, greatest new cloud-based tool to automate. To give a grade, I give an A, and jobs would say insanely great.
To combine a report, a fancy dashboard, a fancy chart to manually need a data export, and then comes cause I flow into the sports to love your life. Hey, auto refreshing that data, just love your life. Flow. Hey, ain't no copy and pasting, just love your life. Hey, cloud-based automation, just love your life. Flow. Hey, cause it's a game changer, just loving my life.
If you're trying to make $1 in dynamic finance modeling, strategic with your guidance, you'll transform all your compliance in. Import reports, the match index, a formula on top of it, immaculate. You'll drill down to that brand new flash report template. Whoever having problems with inaccurate reports you built, just holla at the LiveFlow team and autopilot all of it. Constraint capacity, blame it on trouble finding new talent. Consolidate your LNPs for an ultimate report package. Turn static figures seamlessly to interactive narratives. Piece together numbers easy for your client-centric niche. Create custom dashboards, never pull that month-end report again. Reduce, repeat, and simple tasks with the super dope technology. Free templates in their library to modify and meet your needs. Do more with less, workflows unlocked, and you'll increase capacity. Tutorials, YouTube how-tos to use the core product. Import all your QBO reports to Google Sheets.
Got
fantastically.
everybody watching YouTube, got 100 how-tos, and see the way accountants are using this tool with the click of a button, and all the time it's saved. No more copy and pasting for your custom reporting. QuickBooks integration, so no more exporting. It's automation, stop the time clock. Client support is over the top, loving the life, the life. Connect QuickBooks with any Google Sheet, so easy. The life, the life. You use it how you wanna use. I'm loving my life, my life. It's a done forever tool. I'm loving my life, my life. And I'm gonna profit.
That's that.
Love it. Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's going on the playlist. We might have to embed that one.
I'm excited for this one. This video is going to be dope. Jason, we'll talk offline about the video for this victorious ABC.
Good stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Nice.
I appreciate everybody for making the time on here. Thank you, everybody. Anybody that's still in the chat. We didn't really mention the chat much, but thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody for paying attention to this. I do all this for attention. You know, you do it for the internet points. All I need is like just one person's attention. So, thanks everybody.
Cool. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
to hang out. We appreciate it.